Hello, my name is Kim Sauer at SMT Nuremberg. I'm joined by Miles Moreau from KIC. Miles, it's great to see you here. And now we've been talking about making ovens smarter, and you've been pushing that message in terms of the goals that you want to achieve. And if you could give us a little bit of a brief overview exactly of what that means again. But then I want to delve deeper as to how we can achieve that. So first, a little overview, making ovens smarter.
Well, the oven's always been an area of the manufacturing line that there hasn't been a lot of advancements on the product side of things. The machine itself and making sure the reflow process is stable. There's been a lot of advancements from the oven manufacturers. Where KIC has stepped in is what's happening to that product as it goes through the oven, so it's not a black box. And we embed sensors in there, and we have software and solutions that provide the customers with some process transparency to really know what's going on in their process so they can react to that data.
Absolutely, and that feeds into that whole Industry 4.0, IoT level of thought that's going on. What people really want to know now is, where do they begin? You know, it's nice to talk about that theory and that utopic vision. Let's talk about the practicalities.
Well, that's a good question, because if you look at the manufacturing line again, how do you jump into Industry 4.0, or how do I start on that path without looking at the totality of, wow, that's a huge project on my factory? And you can really make it easy. If you start with the reflow process, for instance, once you implement a simple automatic profiling system into the process, then you can make actually really value-added solutions with a small amount of effort. So by optimizing your profiling, which you typically need to do at the beginning of a production run, if you automate that and have that in with your system, then you save downtime on the oven, where everything's waiting for you to run that profile. And then changeover time, which is huge. The companies spend a lot of money on the pick and place machine, making sure they have families of products, so they're not always changing over the magazines and cartridges and which reels go, and that can take quite a bit of time. So now there's been a lot of technology advancements in creating the changeover on the pick and place machine. But then here you have this oven where if you switch a recipe that hasn't been optimized and it's just another recipe, that could take you a half hour to wait for the oven to change over. And you've done all this work further up the line, and now you have waiting for this $50,000 oven to change over. So what we've got some solutions is optimization tools, and the automatic profiling is you can reduce that changeover time or actually eliminate it in some cases. We've done a study where this high mix, low volume factory they had 20 different profiles that they tried to fit their boards into, and they reduced it down to 5 profiles and recipes on the oven, where the only change was the conveyor speed by using our optimization tools, and that's an instantaneous changeover by changing the conveyor. So then now you have eight changeovers a day where it's instantaneous instead of waiting 30 minutes on the oven. Then that's a huge amount of uptime that you can utilize. You could, instead of doing 8 boards that day or 8 different customers you build for, could be 10. And that's, money to your bottom line.
Absolutely. So the approach really, or the advice to customers, is don't be afraid of, or don't look at it as we have to make so much investment across the whole line. Start off at the beginning of the line, optimize that, build into the process of 4.0 really, but start with the oven. Right.
It's not, you don't have to go front to end in order to get some value out of Industry 4.0. And like I said, you automate certain parts of the process, you have this automatic optimization. It all fits in with Industry 4.0, but it's things you can do on the oven first, and you gain uptime on the entire line just by improving the oven process.
Excellent. Well, interesting approach. Thank you very much for sharing your practical knowledge with us, and I wish you great success here at the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great to be here. Thanks, Jim.
Thanks.